A 16-year-old pregnant Shoshone girl becomes the crucial interpreter and a vital symbol of peace for one of America's most important expeditions, travels 4,000 miles through uncharted wilderness while carrying a baby, and helps Lewis and Clark reach the Pacific Ocean. This is Sacagawea's story. Hey, I'm Michael from Hoodie History, and today I'm exploring how a teenage mother became essential to American westward expansion. So it's 1804, and President Thomas Jefferson has just bought the Louisiana Territory from France, doubling the size of America. But there's one problem: nobody really knows what's out there. So Jefferson sends Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to explore this massive unknown territory and find a route to the Pacific. Lewis and Clark spend the winter of 1804 with the Mandan tribe in what's now North Dakota. That's where they meet Sacagawea, who's about 16 years old and married to a French trapper named Shoshone. She's also pregnant. Sacagawea wasn't just along for the ride, she was Shoshone, and the expedition desperately needed horses from Shoshone tribes to cross the Rocky Mountains. Without those horses, the whole mission would fail. In February 1805, Sacagawea gives birth to a son she names Baptiste, and just 2 months later, she's traveling with Lewis and Clark across the American frontier with a baby strapped to her back. For the next year and a half, she'll walk thousands of miles through wilderness that no European had ever mapped. Sacagawea's knowledge was invaluable. She could identify edible plants when food ran low, knew which routes were safest, and served as a translator with different tribes. But maybe most importantly, her presence with a baby signaled to Native American groups that this wasn't a war party. Families don't bring infants on military raids. The most crucial moment came when they reached Shoshone territory in August 1805. The expedition met with the Shoshone chief to negotiate for horses, and Sacagawea suddenly realized something incredible. The chief was her brother Kameawait, who she hadn't seen since being kidnapped as a child. This family reunion changed everything. Instead of just trading for a few horses, Kameawait provided the expedition with guides, supplies, and detailed knowledge of mountain passes. Without his help, Lewis and Clark might never have made it to the Pacific. Sacagawea continued with the expedition all the way to the Oregon coast, becoming the first woman to cross the North American continent. When they reached the Pacific in November 1805, Clark wrote in his journal that she was as excited as anyone to see the ocean. After returning to the Mandan villages in 1806, Sacagawea disappears from historical records. Some sources say she died young, others claim she lived to old age on a reservation, but her contribution to American exploration was enormous. Lewis and Clark's successful expedition opened the American West to settlement and trade, and it might never have happened without a Shoshone teenager who carried her baby across a continent.